Color has the power to completely transform our mood. Reds might make us feel bold and passionate, greens might make us feel calm and connected to the earth, and yellows might make us feel inspired. And the colors in our brand new shawl are designed to give you a beautiful sense of peace. This amazing pattern, Halcyon, was designed for you by Jane Vancellis, and it can be downloaded on our website at expressionfiberarts.com. And while you're there, make sure that you sign up for email and for text update for weekly free knit and crochet patterns. The colors in this shawl are designed to remind you of a soft breeze in a lavender field, or that feeling of finding little bits of sea glass on the beach, or even that sensation of floating on the gentle waves of blue Caribbean waters. And don't we just love how these colors play together? I just think this would be a perfect vacation shawl. You can take it on the airplane, you can cozy up with it when you're sitting on the beach reading your favorite juicy novel, take it on evening strolls. I think it's just perfect because it's a lovely combination between being both elegant but also comforting and cozy. And I love how calming and soothing this pattern is. You know, there are some patterns that are designed to challenge you, and those are amazing, but this one is designed to relax you. I love that when you zoom into Halcyon, you're gonna see all of this amazing subtle texture. You're gonna fall into a beautiful calming rhythm when you're stitching this one. And since the stitches repeat, it makes it very easy to adjust the width and the length. I am going to show you how to make Halcyon here in a moment, but first I wanted to introduce you to our brand new collection of our gorgeous ephemeral fingering yarn. This luscious yarn is such a treat. It is a blend of Peruvian Pima cotton, which is some of the most delightful cotton in the world. It is so soft. It feels just incredible and amazing. And it has a strand of lyocell wrapping around the cotton, which gives it a beautiful sheen and also a lovely wavy texture. This yarn is designed to be lightweight and cooling. So if you find yourself getting hot, heavier projects, or thicker fibers are just too much for you, you will love this. It is such a dream to knit or crochet with, and we have a bunch of other lovely patterns made in this yarn base that I would love for you to check out as well. And now here's how you make the stitches in this beautiful shawl. We're gonna start with a border, and instead of working all the repeats across the whole shawl, I'm just gonna work a few repeats. So I'm gonna start with chain 29. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 20, 27, 28. And 29. And you want to make sure your chains are fairly loose. Now we're going to work in these little back humps of our chain. And so we're going to start with a double crochet into the fourth chain from our hook. So walk down 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you're going to find that little back hump on that. And we're going to double crochet into that. And the reason we're working into that back hump is it just gives a nice little chain finish to this edge, which you'll see once you get this row completed. Next, we're going to work a double crochet into the next chain, again into the little back hump. Then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and you're going to skip 2 chains and double crochet into the next one. Skip, skip, double crochet into the next little hump. Then you're going to repeat across, chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, double crochet into the next, continuing to work in those little back loops only, or back humps I should say. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next. And you're going to continue repeating that down towards the end of your row. And you're going to have a lot more when you're actually working the real shawl, of course. We're just doing a smaller little sample swatch today to get you comfy with the stitches. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, and it makes this nice pretty little like airy start to your project. I love it. So when you get down towards the end, chain 1, you need to make sure you've got 3 stitches left at the end and then 2 stitches other than that. So we've got one more, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Now you're going to chain 2 and you're going to skip 2, skip, skip, and you're going to work a double crochet into the next 3 chains, which are the final 3 chains. So skip, skip, 1, 2, and 3. For border round 2, you're going to turn, which I've already done, and you're going to start with a chain 3. And you're going to skip this very first double crochet because this chain 3 basically counts as the double crochet on top of that one. And you're going to work a double crochet into each of these next 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. Then you're going to work a chain 2. 1, 2, and you're going to skip this chain 2 space here, and you're going to double crochet into this next double crochet. Then you're going to double crochet into the chain space. Then double crochet into this next double crochet. And you're going to continue repeating that down your row. Double crochet into the chain space, double crochet into the next double crochet. Double crochet into the chain space, double crochet into the next double crochet. You're essentially double crocheting into each stitch along this row until we get to the end. That's into the chain space. And it is actually a good idea to sort of say what you're doing as you go along to make sure that you are working 1 into the double crochet, 1 into the chain space, because it can be easy to add too many stitches or to skip one. And then your row count is going to get off. If you have ever crocheted and your rows are getting bigger and bigger or smaller and smaller, your stitch counts are getting off. So just pay attention to your stitches, even count the stitches when you're done, just to make sure the row is good and everything is nice and breezy and chipper. Continuing all the way down, double crochet into the chain space, double crochet into the double crochet. Then you're going to finish off the row with a chain 2, and you're going to skip this chain 2 space here, and you're going to work 3 double crochets. Double crochet into that next double crochet, and into the next one, and you're going to work a double crochet into the top of this chain 3. Now when you're doing that, I like to go ahead and insert my hook so that you're grabbing 2 loops. That way you don't stretch that chain 3 out. Just looks a little more secure there. For section 1, we're going to go ahead and start with row 1. So you'll turn and you're going to begin with a chain 3. And you're going to start by skipping this first double crochet again, and you're going to work a double crochet into each of the next 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. Then we've got a chain 2, and you're going to skip this next chain 2 space, and you're going to double crochet into each of the next 3 double crochets. Lots of double crochets in this pattern. 2 and 3. Then you're going to work a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to skip 3 double crochets, and we're going to double crochet into each of the next 5. Skip, skip, skip. Work a double crochet into each of the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 2, and 3, and you're going to skip the next 3 double crochets. You're going to continue repeating that all down the length of your row until you get to the end, and you're going to work a double crochet into each of these next 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3, and then you're going to finish off your row with a chain 2. You're going to skip this chain space here and work a double crochet into the next double crochet, and into the next one, and into the top of that final chain 3. Again, grabbing 2 of those legs if possible, just to give it a little more stability. For section 1, row 2, you're going to turn and start with your chain 3, 2, 3. You're going to skip this first double crochet and work a double crochet into each of the next 2. 1 and 2, and then work your chain 2. Skip the chain 2 space. Then you're going to work a double crochet into each of the next 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Now we've got a little fun thing. So we're going to actually work over this chain space here, and we're going to drop down to this row below. So you see these 3 double crochets we have in this row below? You're gonna find the center one, and that's the one we're gonna be working into. And you're gonna work 3 double crochets into that. So you're just gonna work over that chain. So go ahead and start your double crochet, find your center double crochet in that row below. Just go ahead and work around the chain space. 1, and you're gonna do 3. 2, and again into that same stitch down below, 3. And look how fun and beautiful that is. It makes a really lovely texture in the final shawl. So you're going to continue on. You're going to work a double crochet in the next 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. Now we're going to double crochet in the next 3. 1, 2, and 3. And again, we're going to do the same thing that we did. Drop down to the row below, find your 3 double crochets, and go ahead and work into that middle one. And you're going to work 3 double crochets into that center one. We've got 1, 2, and 3, all into that center stitch. You're going to continue repeating that. When you get towards the end, you're going to work a double crochet into the next stitch, and into the next, and into the next. Then you're going to work a chain 2, 1 and 2, and you're going to skip this chain 2 space, and you're going to finish off with 3 double crochets. The final one, of course, being in that turning chain. 1, 2, and 3. So we've got our border, and we've got the first 2 rows of section 1, and you can see how this gorgeous little texture is starting to take shape. But overall, it's a very simple, easy, and relaxing pattern. Once you get into this beautiful transition section here, which is section 2, you are going to need to know how to work a front post triple crochet. So let me show you how to do that. To work a front post triple crochet, you're going to start with 2 yarn overs, and you're going to locate in the pattern where it tells you to work into. I'll just go ahead and jump down here. You're going to wrap around the post of the stitch that the pattern tells you to wrap around, and just work your triple crochet into that. So yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And you can see how really cool that is, especially when you start to use different colors. It's really going to cross those colors into the other rows and makes, again, even more fun texture in the pattern. For section 3, we're going to go ahead and start with a chain 10 just to do a smaller swatch. 3, 9, and 10. For row 1, you're going to work a single crochet, a chain 1, and a double crochet into this second chain from your hook. So skip the first chain, jump to your second chain, work a single crochet into that, a chain 1, and a double crochet. Boop and boop. Now you're going to skip the next chain. So we just worked into this one that's kind of pulled up. You're going to skip this next one here, and we're going to work into this next one. We're going to do the same thing. Single crochet, chain 1, and then double crochet into that same chain. And continue repeating that down. Skip the next one, into the next one, work single crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all the way down to the end. Skip, into the next one, single crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And when you do get all the way down to the end, you're just going to work a single crochet into the final stitch. For row 2, we're going to turn, which I've already done, and you're going to start with a chain 3. And you're going to work a double crochet into this first chain 1 space. You might have to root around to find where it is. Double crochet into that chain 1 space, and then you're going to work a double crochet into the next single crochet. And you're going to repeat that down. Double crochet into the next chain 1 space, and into the next single crochet. And again, kind of open up your stitches if you need to find where that is. If you need to turn this upside down so you can kind of see what's going on, feel free to do that as well, to locate your chain ones and your single crochets. So you're just working a double crochet into each of those, all the way down to the end. Like so. For row 3, we're going to turn and start with a chain 1, and then into the first double crochet, you're going to work a single crochet, a chain 1, and a double crochet. Go ahead and skip this next double crochet, and we're going to continue to repeat what we just did all the way down. Into this next stitch, you're going to work single crochet, chain 1, double crochet, skip 1, into the next, single crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and just continue repeating that down. Skip, into the next one, work your single crochet, chain 1, and your double crochet. And when you do get all the way down to the end, you're just going to work a single crochet into the top of your turning chain. This section is really fun too because it's just simple stitches, repeating, very calming, but look how beautiful it is on both the front and the back. It's like little shells or little waves. And the full shawl just repeats these stitches in different combinations. Easy peasy. Let this shawl whisk you away to a beautiful calming lavender feel or your favorite beach, and just find the joy in this moment of crocheting this amazing piece. Thank you so much for hanging with me, beautiful soul. I appreciate it so much, and you will want to come back next week for a huge announcement that you do not want to miss. I can't wait to see you then. Bye!